Oh, if you hear me swearing, it's at the cat underneath the desk. That's just I think. Let's level everyone up here. Feels weird leveling up as magic. But, it's fine. Requires level 6, okay. We're level 4 right now. What else can we do? What's Blood Mage do? Health plus 25. Okay. Chain Lightning. Yeah, we'll do, I think we're gonna do, elemental weapons, arcane shield, stunning blast, don't need any of that. Force Mage, what's Force Mage? I think we'll go with that. That looks like pretty cool. Fist of the Maker, Telekinetic Burst, yeah, cool. So we've got Elemental, we'll go with Winter's Grasp next. And we'll level this man up as well. And we'll level your bosom. Cool. So I think we need to go see Aveline first. Okay.
Another Ferelden street rat? Are you here to waste my time, or do you actually have coin to spend?
Actually, my coin and I were just leaving.
Hey, I'm having a bad week. There are few Fereldens of means in Kirkwall. Forgive me.
Are you an armorer? A weaponsmith?
My stock is varied. What all my wares have in common, however, is quality. Only the best for my distinguished patrons. See for yourself.
Nah, I'm good.
You know, Junior, it's eerie how much resemblance there is between you two.
We're brothers. What's eerie about that?
Oh, you thought I meant Hawk. I was talking about Gamlen.
Maker, I hate you, dwarf.
Looks more like me, to be honest with you.
Hawk, long time no see, my friend.
Well, if it isn't Worthy, the dwarf with the incredibly ironic name.
I only advertise the truth. You aren't still working for Athenril, are you? Your year must be up by now.
Still trying to ferret out everyone's business, I see.
Of course. How else do you expect a dwarf to make a living? I'll tell you what. I still have my old contacts. You need some rune crafting done, I can arrange it for you. Take care, Hawk. Don't get dead.
Rune crafting, huh? What's the other one? Sebastian. No, we don't want to do that yet.
Not here to sell today, guardsman. My shipment's late.
Do we actually want to go into the Chantry? No, we don't, do we? No, we want to go back to Aveline first. I'm sorry, I'm getting my bearings. I'm trying to get my bearings again.
Hey, Franz. Yorick?
Go. Around here. There we go. Fend in the guard. Oh, we've got to go up there, have we? Right, okay. Fair enough. So, never really done a mage before.
We don't want trouble here.
I think this is the Vigod's Palace. So I'm interested to see how everything goes. I've heard that in Dragon Age you can actually do like a pretty tanky melee build even with a mage, which is really overpowered. And I've heard mages are pretty overpowered they're overpowered in the setting, but they're way overpowered in terms of actual gameplay and stuff. From what I've heard.
How much longer do I have to wait?
Entered the companion's home.
Aveline.
Hello, Hawk.
That's it.
What? Oh, right. Sorry. It feels like we just talked. I've been keeping an eye on you. Information is one of the few perks of this job. Watch out for Bartrand. He's a son of a bitch.
You know I don't like it when you have people watch me.
Saved me camping on your doorstep. After what we went through to get here, well, you're no child, but I take care of my friends. The places they have me patrolling, I've got time.
A person in your position seems like they might learn some profitable things.
You know better than to ask that.
One day you'll be frustrated enough to go for it.
It's like I'm sitting on my hands. There are dangerous people in this city. In fact, I might have a job for you. Let me know if you want to do a favor for Kirkwall. Otherwise, I'm here if you need me. Maker knows I could use more satisfying work.
Seems like Kirkwall suits you.
It has been a challenge. Lots of opportunity, if you're the type the locals want.
Are you?
If you argue enough, you kind of convince yourself.
It's been a year settling in. Are you all right?
You don't need to coddle me. I am where I am. How close I hold my memories is my own business.
This must be a very different pace from serving King Kayla.
It's just one more change, though. The real end for me was Ostagar. What about you, Carver? You were there. Do you feel something similar?
No.
All right, then. Bit of a tit, your brother.
Did she actually say bit of a tit? I was hoping it would come up at the top.
The Blight is over. You could go back to Lothering.
That wasn't home for me. It was just where the Horde pressed us. It wasn't the first village I saw fall. But you don't get used to people losing everything.
I'd been away already. I don't know if I'd still call it home.
Sometimes the best thing about a place is that it's where you're from.
All right, Aveline. You have something worth doing.
My patrols may be empty walks in the dark, but there's something big coming up, and I could use you. An ambush, probably for a caravan, although I can't find any shipments that match up. Doesn't matter though. Highwaymen waiting for someone to rob. I'm putting a stop to it, my district or not.
You have a name, or anything else to go on?
Not important. If we show up and they attack, they're bad. Simple as that. I'll wager it's smugglers though. Like I said, seems like an obvious trap for a caravan.
You've been nosing around outside your commission.
I have contacts, and they're complaining about a lack of meat. Thugs and such. Someone is hiring. And one or two were told to prepare for travelers. You want to be good at this job? You pay attention to what's missing, and when people arrange escape routes.
Seems like you'd want to share this with your fellow guards.
I will, if you sit on your hands. I'll send my alerts, and someone else will lead a patrol. But there's profit and influence to be had. You're my friend, so I'm offering.
I'm no guard, Aveline.
There's only so many of us. Temporary recruits are expected time to time, as long as they're competent. You still claim to be competent, right?
All right, Aveline. I'll play guard for you.
I knew I could count on you. They're hidden up Sundermount, remote and rough, but we can make good time with a shortcut this side. And no, you can't run off and do it without me. I trust you, but I have to be there. You're acting on behalf of the Guard.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of people think Aveline's pretty boring, but I'm not one of those people. I think she's actually a really good character. As I said before in the original part, I think she's is this 200? Oh yeah, she weapon shield and shit. Mainly because I just think that she's, you know, her awkwardness is what makes her cool. You know, it just brings out a lot more about her, the awkwardness and stuff. So, a new home. Cool.
There might be some stragglers before the main group. Nothing we can't handle.
Yeah, what do you think about her? Because I think she's actually pretty cool. I quite like her. Like, she's, well, she's named after somebody in the lore. I know she's named after the first female chevalier, which is like a knight. And it'd be very easy to get her wrong. It'd be very easy to make her boring. But what they do is they actually give her depth by making her go through change, and they actually use the fact that she's very inflexible to bring about that change. You know. Especially her and Isabella's stuff, when they start talking to each other, it's hilarious. When they start having a go at each other.
We won?
We're close to the ambush hook. Be ready.
We could just go up here and fire stuff into it. No.
There's our targets. For the purple.
Good God, I hate that.
Well equipped for bandits, but dead is dead and the road is clear. Captain Jevon needs to know of this. Back to the barracks for your just reward.
Okay. That didn't work out. Just, you know, disarming things with my face. With my face.
Good luck getting in. I've been waiting all day.
Not much room in the barracks, but there's nowhere I'd rather be. There's Jevon's office. Wait while I explain our initiative.
I don't know how they do it where you're from, guardswoman, but I decide the patrols, not you and your whims. You may have been put up for lieutenant in your first year, but I'll have no show-offs in my command. Have I made myself clear? Report to your post before I have you and your Ferelden accomplice jailed.
Well, what a charming fellow.
I don't have to like him, but he could at least listen. Bandits are dead. That's all that should matter. It's not the first time he's made me wonder like this. Something is very wrong.
This is probably a bad time to discuss my bill with him.
He'll jail you. I don't doubt that. The rest, though... Well, the duty roster will have my next patrol. Sounds like I'll have plenty of time to follow you around. Threaten my friends. I'm not letting that one go, Captain.
Aveline! I owe you for clearing that ambush the other night. Saved me a mess of trouble.
Brennan, that route was yours?
It was. Single patrol. I'd have been dead for sure.
A lone guard isn't much of a patrol.
Shouldn't need to be. That route was clear for weeks. First noise out of it was your big fight. The captain reassigned me after he heard what you did, and I passed the satchel to Donnic for his patrol tonight.
The satchel?
Pay and order assignments. Captain has us run deliveries to the outposts during light duty. It's usually just an updated copy of the roster. The satchel for that night was heavy, though. Anyway, thanks again, Aveline. You're a good one.
So the satchel gets heavy the same day we discover an ambush?
You're sure you want to pursue this? This is your superior we're talking about.
If a guard has been put at risk, a good captain would want to know why. And if he's not a good captain, I want to know why.
I bet there's a perfectly reasonable lie that explains why your captain arranged this.
I'd be willing to hear it, but not while a guard may be walking into a trap. Brennan said Donnic. A good man. Donnic. I've got his route. A night walk in Lowtown. Let's go make sure his quiet patrol stays that way.
Okay, let's do it.
The guard who'll throw you out if you kick that.
How much longer do I have to wait?
Quite a nice little space, isn't it? So, Donnic. He should be... down here. In Lowtown. It's the first time you've been to Lowtown. It's the slums.
Never a shortage of idiots who think they can take the streets in the dark, but good reward in getting rid of them.
It's the slums, essentially. It doesn't really have much going on. It has the Hangman in it, which is also a really nice place to one of the better pubs in Dragon Age, I think.
Always calling and getting rid of idiots. Especially thugs who target the streets just because it's dark.
We can't waste time, Hawk. Guardsman Donnic is here somewhere.
Okay. I was going to pop home for a bit, but, you know, okay, fine. It's very oil painting, isn't it? I think it's very steampunky, almost.
We must be getting close to the ambush. I'm not losing another go. You go through me before anyone.
Got him.
Who? Aveline? You're a beautiful sight.
Guardsman.
I mean, I was on patrol and they came out of nowhere. I took a few down, but there were too many at once. The captain said this route was supposed to be quiet.
The seal of the Viscount. Office details, city accounts.
Valuable to a guild of thieves.
A sacrificial delivery with one of our own. Captain Jevon will answer.
Selling out his own. Forget guard captain. This man needs to be in government.
Not now, Hawk. Jevon needs to see how justice works. This goes to the office of the Viscount. This will be known. The captain likes his thieves so much. Let's see if they welcome him in prison.
Okay. Lots of stuff.
I'll make it back to the barracks. Thank you for your help.
It's alright. I'm just an all-round good guy.
Hey, you got any dust? Dwarf dust? I'm hurting here.
So this guy will turn up in later games as well, as like a main commander for the main bad guy of Dragon Age 3 Inquisition. It's a ridiculous choice. It's either him or Calpurnia who ends up as like the main bad guy in the next game, the main lieutenant bad guy. Yeah, look at him. Yeah, you mean to tell me that is, you know? I'm not a closed-minded person. I don't think that, you know, characters should have their own thing and that's it. That should all they should ever be. But I do think a lot of the time, hey, you know, you can't just break your own setting like that by just having this junkie be this ultra powerful dude who's, you know, supercharged with lyrium. I mean, that mean he's an ex-Templar. Does that mean any ex-Templar can do that, or is it just because Samson can do it? I don't.
How much longer
know.
do I have to wait?
He even has his own song, his own bard song.
Please keep it quiet, Sirrah.
Like he's some sort of,
Mustn't be disturbed.
you know, like he's some sort of, you know, incredible villain.
How dare you! I am guard captain! I won't be treated like this! Ferelden, bitch! This was none of your affair! I'll see you hanged! Quartered! This will not stand!
We found a number of debts to suspect peoples. Such poor character. But you, Aveline Valen, have proven your loyalty and ability.
The guard deserves better than him, Messire.
Indeed. The Viscount would have you put your care for the men into direct practice. You will assume the captain's job.
What?
In due time, of course. There will be training, approvals, months at least. But who better to rebuild respect than the woman who exposed this embarrassment? Resolve any outstanding business, guardswoman. You will be very busy.
Cool.
Not much room in the barracks, but there's nowhere I'd rather be.
There's another quest there now, but we'll head back to home first.
Captain and the guard. What will they think of next?
You have a problem with that?
Me? My family's not native either. I'm just surprised. A lot of old prejudice in the guard.
I'll give them plenty of reason to change their minds.
You know, it's possible they're just scared shitless of you. That's my theory, anyway.
My. If it isn't Hawke.
Still up to old tricks, Elegant.
Lady Elegant, if you don't mind. I'm a married woman now. Last time we met, you were still in Athenral's employ. Things have been going well since then?
Could be better. Could be worse.
I often feel the same way. You may recall I sometimes provided potions for Athenral. I'd be willing to extend you the same courtesy if you like. All I ask is you inform me of any interesting reagents you find. In exchange, I'll approach my contacts on your behalf. And of course you'll need the appropriate recipes, such as this one. Free, for old time's sake.
Nice. Head all the way down
Gather
here.
round, all. I bring you a priceless treasure. From the highest heights of Mount Damaris it's travelled. A pouch of Andraste's ashes. Verified by the scholar Genitivi, these ashes cure any ailment and provides virility in more intimate matters. Do I have a volunteer?
I'll try.
Just a small pinch, Sarah. There you go.
My God, it's gone.
Cured by the Maker himself.
That's enough. Clear out, you charlatans. Every coin those swindlers nab goes straight to the Carter's coffers. They must be stopped.
I'm going home first, though.
Free drinks for the guards. But accept, and you wake up in the alley.
Not a step closer. No refunds on the ashes, friend. If the Maker doesn't favor you, that's between you and him, isn't it? Don't...
Okay. Oh, shit. That worked. Wow.
Our glorious home. I swear Gamlen painted with shit and beer.
Hard to believe they left me nothing.
Well, Mother was pretty steamed when you ran off with your Ferelden apostate.
I'm still their daughter. Their eldest. My children have been in servitude. Servitude for a year. They should be nobility.
If wishes were poppy, we'd all be dreaming.
You mean this is real? No wonder I can't wake up.
And here I thought that Ferelden you ran off with was a mage, not a jester. Your mother was supposed to marry the Comte de Launcey, and instead she ran off with some Ferelden apostate. You don't get to stay the favorite when you do that.
Where is Father's will? If I could just see for myself.
It's not here, all right? It was read, it went in the vault. No one needed to look at it again.
I know the Amels were nobility, Mother, but not much else. Why don't you ever talk about them?
The Amels have been a noble family in Kirkwall since Garahel drove out the Fourth Blight. But we've always carried magic in our blood. It's been a stain on our lineage. No family of good standing would ever marry into a line with magic. When I chose your father, I was bringing more magic into our line, not less. I think that's what hurt my parents the most.
Did Grandfather mention Mother in his will at all?
Our father died when you were still in short pants, lad. You can hardly expect me to remember.
Oh, of course not. Why should you do something reasonable?
That touched a nerve. What's in there that you don't want us to see?
Nothing. But you won't be seeing the bloody thing. It's still locked up on the estate, and that's long out of my hands.
What daft bastard leaves that behind?
It was old news. You think I've been sitting here for 25 years waiting for Leandra to slink back?
Who bought the estate, Gamlen? Perhaps I could speak to them. Was it the Reinhardts?
No one you know. Get used to Lowtown, sister. That's where we're going to stay.
Maker, what a mess. I want to make things better for Mother. But some of what Gamlen says, I'm having a hard time hating him. Playing caretaker for someone else's life. Stuck in their shadow. That's no way to live.
And there it is.
Look, if you want to join the fight over who lost the most, fine. But I never lived here. Mother even gave me her old key to try and stir something. But I didn't know Grandfather. Finding his will doesn't matter to me.
Wow. Wow. Okay, that surprises me. So, Bethany, I expected Bethany and Carver to essentially be the same character, because people are quite lazy when it comes to developing games these days. And considering you can get one or the other. But he's completely different, because at this stage, Bethany's like, we need to go help Mother. You know, it's breaking our heart being here. Let's go and get that will back. Maybe we can do something about getting the house back, so that, you know, she's at least got something of her old life back. This dude's just like, nah, don't care. Nah, don't care. Wow. What a douche. Like, I agreed with the first part that he said. I'm finding it hard to hate Gamlen. Yeah, so do I, because it's like, yeah, playing caretaker for somebody else's life is pretty shit. Even though I sort of realised there was like a semblance of correlation there between Carver's situation and Gamlen's, and that, you know, Carver feels like he's in the shadow of Hawke a lot. But like, I don't know. Now, for the second half of what he said, that is cold, man. That is like, finding his will doesn't matter to me. What matters to her?
We're scraping to bribe Bartrand, and you don't think having an estate would help?
Sure it would, but it won't be free. How much unwanted attention will warring with slavers get us?
What have you heard?
Uncle's a chatty drunk. He was up to his neck and signed everything over. That's who has the estate. Apparently, the most extensive wine cellar in Kirkwall is now a slave highway from the Undercity. That's the family legacy.
I don't know about you, but that makes me a little angry.
We agree at last.
So, forgetting everything else, what would you do with slavers?
Only one thing their kind deserves.
We agree at last.
All right, brother. If the key works, we'll clear the estate from the Undercity up.
Christ, the dialogue is a lot better than what I remember.
I don't know if this will help, but I do feel like hitting someone.
It's a lot better than what I remember.
Get out of my face! Your mother's bad enough. I don't need you nagging me.
He wasn't like this in Lothering. I think he misses the open fields.
Let's play Fetch the Invisible Ball.
He just needs to get out more. Don't you, boy?
But if he's with us, who'd keep Gamlen's debt collectors away?
Take it. I'm sick of what's-his-name staring and panting.
Gamlen, honestly, Mabari understands what you say. Try using his name.
What's wrong with Dog? Real easy to remember.
Nope, same with Leothias. After Leothias the dwarf son. Because I know me some lore. There we go. We'll bring him with us. Okay. Knew he'd go for me.
That's not fast!
Oh, what? How'd I die? You didn't touch me. It's a bit shitty.
Going to have to do some shopping upstairs pretty soon.
Okay.
Never knew humans could be this poor.
Well, this looks like the place. If the cellars go this far, maybe we were important.
Yeah, but you don't care, remember? It's only your family, you know. Okay.
Messing with us is suicidal.
Sure is. Alright. Let's take this way. I'm noticing that in when you're other classes, you can dine out on certain abilities for ages, whereas in this one, it doesn't seem like you can with the mages. You can get 1 or 2, but your normal hits aren't that powerful. He is powerful. He certainly is powerful.
Now that's just rude. What are they trying to ruin my peace?
Well, that attack is bigger. Cool.
You know, I might be able to give you a hand with that.
Go on then.
Easy. Bye.
Lovely. Some Dragon Age 1 music now, which is very nice.
That has to be the vault. If there's anything to learn about the family, that's where it is.
Done.
Hardly anything in here.
So this is it. Grandfather's will. Let's just take it back to Mother and be done with it.
I don't think there's any point in delaying the news.
So I'm just saying, blood's blood and all, but you are taking advantage of my hospitality. It's only fair if you make something of a monthly contribution.
You sold my children into servitude. Now you're asking me to pay rent?
Maybe just put something towards food.
You should be paying us, Uncle. We found the will.
Grandfather left everything to Mother and us. I guess he had some sense after all. See for yourself.
I should... maybe...
To my daughter Leandra, and all children born of her, the estate in Hightown and all associated revenues.
Check out the part where Gamlen is left only a stipend, to be controlled by you.
Gamlen, how could you?
You're the one who ran away, Leandra. What happened to love is so much more important than money.
It is!
You didn't even come home for the funeral.
The twins were a week old.
We all have our burdens. Mine was looking after a life you abandoned. How long was I supposed to wait?
If it wasn't for the Blight, would we ever have come back here?
I always thought I would. But I suppose you three are Ferelden to your toes.
Look, sister, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it, but I did. And there's nothing I can do to get it back.
I don't expect that, Gamlen. It's enough to know Mother and Father didn't die angry. I'll petition the Viscount for rights to reclaim the estate. Make her willing, you'll have your house back within weeks.
You don't have the coin or standing to even get an audience with the Viscount. You've got to be someone in this city to live in that house again.
Then I had better get started.
I often think that, you know, being positive even in the even in the presence of people like Gamlen, shows a lot of character and a lot of courage. Because I'm quite a negative person most of the time, I find. You know, I'm quite a pessimistic person. I try not to be. But yeah, you know, I like her chutzpah, I like the way she talks about it, things like that. So hopefully, I'm going to be doing these a little bit earlier, so I can talk about the story and the game and things without needing to be quiet, because obviously other people live in the house. Don't want to wake anyone up. You know, got cats, dogs, daughters, all sorts. So, aside from that, don't really have anything else to say for this part, so I think we'll leave it there for now. And next time, what are we going to do next time? Let's have a look. We'll talk to Varric next time. We'll head out and talk to Varric. And obviously, we're going to be doing the long way home as well, so we're going up Sundermount. So, I'll see you then.